Now, a CBS Justice correspondent Scott McFarlane to explain what's happening, Scott, and other big political headlines this week. Let's start with this. Congresswoman Joyce Beatty of Ohio filed a motion to block the closure and demolition of the Kennedy Center. Could this stop the work for good?
Yeah, good afternoon. Congresswoman Beatty is not just a member of Congress. She is an ex officio member of the Board of Trustees at the Kennedy Center, and she is making two arguments here. First of all, she wants a court to order a halt to the plans to close and renovate the Kennedy Center that's been announced by Trump. But also, she wants to be heard at the next meeting of the Kennedy Center board, which is set for March 16th, which is just 10 days away. The judges tend to review these orders and either rule immediately or put a stay on things, pause things till they can give a deeper review of the matter. I think this motion is going to get the attention of the courts here in Washington. It could stall, if not stop, plans to close the place.
Okay, Scott, another local story that you've been following closely. Virginia lawmakers passed a bill prohibiting schools from teaching lies about the U.S. Capitol insurrection. What kind of lies are they banning, Scott, and how would the Commonwealth enforce this?
It's a first of its kind law. Let's talk about that first of all. Virginia is trying something that has not been tried elsewhere. By a narrow margin, this bill passed both the Virginia Senate and the Virginia House. And it would say that any school division that does teach about January 6th mustn't include the lies spewed by the president and the president's supporters and all these baseless claims. If you're going to teach it, it's got to be the truth. It doesn't require school divisions to have curriculum on January 6th, but it requires them to use the truthful arguments about January 6th. It's quite a thing. I asked the governor's office if she intends to sign it, and they say she's reviewing it. But this is a model other states, at least states led by Democrats, might follow.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. Big news this week. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem is out. What can you tell us about the president's decision and now the process Senator McFarlane Mullen will have to go through to replace her?
Senator Mullen of Oklahoma in his first term seems to be a shoo-in for confirmation, in part because the group he's got to win over are his fellow senators, where he already works and has ingratiated himself with a number of them. So it seems very likely he'll get confirmed probably in a few weeks after all the ethics and financial paperwork is filled out. But Kristi Noem's demise really was colorful over the past 72 hours. She sat before both chambers of Congress for hearings this week, and she had some moments that did not go her way, including her answers to questions about the use of $250 million taxpayer dollars for commercials featuring her and the videos at our airports featuring her. President didn't seem to like all the responses he heard, so he has moved her to another position, a new position out of the cabinet. And it likely is Senator McFarlane Mullen's agency to run at a pivotal moment amid a border crackdown, immigration enforcement in U.S. cities, and during a partial government shutdown impacting the Department of Homeland Security.
CBS correspondent Scott McFarlane. Scott, thanks so much for joining us and have a great and safe weekend. We'll see you next week.
Same to you.
Thank you.